Siraj just keeps doing what he's doing, Jaddu would take us there because Jaddu looked like really determined to get this game as close as possible, and
Jadeja putting up 50 in both the innings at Lords, so he's just the second Indian batsman to do that.
Jadeja was really underrated as a bowler, but he did have had his moments, and so is the case of Washington. Virat Kohli famously said on this same ground that we should give them 40, 60 overs of hell.
Has not confirmed whether Bumrah will be playing in the next Test match or not, but I think these are the changes that I would
Yeah.
like to see. Yeah, definitely Washington Sundar deserves play all the matches in this series. Gautam
Yeah.
Gambhir and Shubman Gill may want to play that bet on Sai Sudarshan, give Sai Sudarshan a chance. Siraj is also due a rest and Arshdeep should come in. England side want to give Josh Tongue another chance in place of Cars. Ben Stokes would bowl these many overs again in this series. He's already struggling with a groin problem.
We have seen Yashasvi when he tries to get in, get set, and dig in. He leaves a lot of deliveries, and he looks like a really good test opener at that time.
Lost his nerve in the end, did Michael Holding. And Lord Carr, chairman of the credentials.
They're running. It's got to be a direct hit. Getting back for two. That is the end of the match. Won the NatWest Series.
It would have been fantastic if it would have been 100.
In the air, Srishant takes it. India win. Dhoni finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. Here we go, last ball to the outside, running through it, could be run out.
Wide, Muller gets it, and he gets plenty of it, does he? No, what a catch! Oh my God!
It's in the air, it's India who win the T20 World Cup after 17 years.
Hello everyone. Good evening, or what we can say, a good night. It would have been better if we would have won the match. It was just a difference of 23 runs, where if we could have crossed the boundary line, the this moment the atmosphere would have been something different right now in India, because a win at Lord's historic ground is always special, and a lot of records were created and broken in this test match. It was the fourth lowest successfully defended total at Lord's. It was the fourth narrowest defeat for India by 22 runs. So all these, and Jadeja uh, putting up 50 in both the innings at Lord's. So he's just the second Indian batsman to do that. And it's been like ages, after 73 years. So the last man was Vinu Mankad in 1952. So all these records were there, but what remained was an aspiration uh, to be 2-1 up in this series, and that would I definitely would haunt us, the fans, as well as the teammates, especially Siraj, looking at how distraught he was after that bolt. It would take a couple of days for them to recover, definitely. So, Nishant, what's your take on this disheartening defeat that we have just registered against England?
Yeah. First of all, good evening, good night, good morning, wherever you're watching from, everyone. Yeah, I mean, first of all, I think Test cricket is the winner in all of this, simply because I thoroughly enjoyed these 5 days of Test cricket, and again, match that has gone to the wire, that has gone to the last day, last session, and it shouldn't have been that case, because I thought England didn't pose a target that could challenge us this much as it did. But I guess that's the beauty of Test cricket, and that's what happens on the fifth day, time and time again. Uh, a bit of a upward and downward. bounce on the pitch, a bit of sideways movement, and anything can happen. Uh, Virat Kohli famously said for this same ground that we should give them for 60 overs of hell. And I think yesterday on the cricket was Michael Vaughan was saying that England would give India 40 overs of hell, and exactly that is what happened today. That lunch before lunch session, the morning session of the day was just so heartbreaking. I thought if there were so ifs and buts, as you know, we can talk about all the ifs and buts now. But if Rishabh Pant had stayed just for a few more overs, 15, 20 more runs extras, I think the match was ours. If Nitish Reddy could have survived that last over before lunch, I think again the match was ours. And also, like, we lost by 22 runs only, and we had given around 33, 34 runs in extras,
Yes.
which are all the factors which decided this game. Uh, but yeah, I think overall, I would really, really congratulate Ravindra Jadeja. I mean, we were talking, uh, we were talking when the match was going on, and we were just talking about the innings that Ashwin played with Vihari to draw that Test match in Australia. I mean, this was a performance similar by Jadeja, and then obviously with Bumrah and Siraj, because I think both of them between Bumrah and Siraj faced more than 100 or 150 balls. Uh, so I mean, kudos to the fighting spirit of the lower order. Uh, but I really felt that even if a single player from the top order would have shown a little bit of a more responsibility in the first half of the morning session today, I don't.
Yeah, definitely it was the game was of patience. If you can blunt the shine of the new ball, if you can make it 20-25 overs old, then there was a lot more for the batters to achieve, and we saw that throughout the England's two innings and India's first inning as well. I think one of the crucial moment came when India decided to change the ball when they went to the umpire and Siraj asked to do that loop test, because by that time the ball had shined, the ball was doing really good. Bumrah had taken 3 wickets and England were reeling at 271 for seven. And there was Jamie Smith and I think Bryden Cars were at the crease. And I think if India wouldn't have gone for that ball test, if Bumrah would have gotten a couple of more overs with the same ball, I think the match could have been different, because from there England went on to make another 106 runs, which is a very, very significant lead at this ground. And then the
Yeah.
second moment came when KL Rahul and Rishabh Pant were playing really, really well. They had a 141 run partnership, and just in the eagerness to get KL to 100, there was a miscommunication in the call that Rishabh Pant made, and Rishabh Pant got run out. And after that, KL also couldn't extend his innings just after scoring 100. That's where we lost those 50 odd runs, which we could have taken a lead. Even after letting England score 387 runs, I think we could have gone and made around 440 something, and that lead would have been crucial in such a low
Yeah.
scoring second innings total that we were chasing. So I think these were the two crucial moments for me. And the last, if we have to nitpick, I think India could have played with more balance or more caution, aggression on the last day when KL and Rishabh Pant were out there, and if they could have just played that 15 overs with a bit of caution, I think this game was ours very easily,
Yeah.
because we all know what Rishabh Pant can do, and
Yeah.
getting him out on one run, that Jofra Archer wicket, it just turned the game. From there, it was always a catch-up game, which India did play very well. But I think these are the three crucial moments
Yeah.
for me where we could have turned this match on its head.
I think when the margins are so tiny, very little moment here and there is what always decides the game. I think for me, the moment of the day today, where the game went away from India, was that amazing catch by Jofra Archer of Washington Sundar. I mean, Washington has been batting well in this series, and we were expecting him to score a few runs, be there with Jadeja, and Koshi doesn't throw away his wicket very easy. He has that determination to stick it out, to grind it out, and that catch by Jofra Archer was simply amazing. I think Rishabh started the day with the right approach, with the right intent. He was hitting those boundaries. As I said, like if you would have stayed just for 10-15 more minutes, he would have turned the game on its head any which ways. So those are the ifs and buts and maybes. I was just but very fascinated by this game at the same time because you don't on a normal day see two teams matching head in the first innings total. So after 3 days of games was played, both the teams had ended up with 387. It was a straight shootout for 2 days. Who bats better and who bats? And I think both the teams batted also very similarly. It's for me just the extras
Right.
which India gave away. Two boundaries were just went flying on one of Bumrah's bowling and one of Siraj's bowling, which Dhruv Jurel had no chance to catch. But those were the 8 runs right there. Apart from that, a few bounces here and there, which again went behind the keeper for boundaries. I think that's the game right there. Apart from that, it was very surreal type of a dismissal for Siraj at the end when we still had just like a bit of hope there in the match that probably if Siraj just keeps doing what he's doing, Jaddu would take us there because Jaddu looked like really determined to get this game as close as possible, as close as possible. And yeah, it wasn't to be, but I'm actually very pleasantly surprised by the kind of test series that this is turning out to be. Uh, because the Border Gavaskar Trophy we were discussing when the series was starting, and I don't think both of us had any hope that India would actually do well there in Australia because of the kind of form we had recently shown. We had lost a home test series against New Zealand, and that's what it turned out to be. We were simply not competent enough to go head to head against Australia in Australia. Uh, but in this series, the first three test matches, though we have lost two and won one, I think we have won more days and more sessions in all of these three test matches combined, and the series has just been so neck to neck. uh, it could be the case that it
Yes.
becomes difficult for us from now on because we don't really win in Manchester. Manchester is a lot cooler than the other English cities, and it has a lot of rain. It's a saying that it always rains in Manchester, so that will again suit a lot of English fast bowling. It would be proper English conditions. So it would be difficult for us to now come back in the series, is what my opinion is. But yeah, if we go and win at Manchester again, all bets are off, and this kind of a series, it comes very rarely. I mean, that it's so evenly matched and so well fought by both the sides. It's very good to see. I mean, the last day.
Yes, rightly put across, Nishant. Like even in the press conference, in the post-match presentation, also Ben Stokes said, yeah, like he was already cooked when he came out today, but just to make his nation win, he just bowled his heart out. Like he bowled the most overs across all the seamers. He bowled 24 overs in the second innings, and I think in the first inning also he bowled 20 overs. So 44 overs for an all-rounder who doesn't bowl that much right now in Test matches in the recent years. This was an all-out performance from Ben Stokes, and I think he rightly. Uh, I
Yeah,
think he got the man of the match, if I'm not incorrect. So he rightly got the player of the match. And yes, this was a really
yeah, he
really
did.
close game
Yeah,
of margins. And as Shubman Gill said that the scorecards sometimes don't show how close the match was or how well India played. That's true in this situation, and I think. The fighting spirit that this team has shown, I think we have a chance to come back up and level up the series in Manchester. But yeah, for that we have to break the historical records.
yeah,
But I think this team can do it. But I do think now there should be some changes in the lineup. I think there is now time to give Sai Sudarshan a chance, and I think Siraj is also due a rest, and Arshdeep should come in. Since I think there is a gap of around 8 days in the next test, it's on 23rd of July. So I think Bumrah can play this one and miss the last one because anyhow, if we lose the next match, we won't be able to win the series. So I think he can push that much, and 8 days break is good enough. So let's see, because Shubman Gill is really holding the cards to really close to his chest, and he has not confirmed whether Bumrah will be playing in the next Test match or not. But I think these are the changes that I would
yeah.
like to see. Arshdeep for Siraj and Sai Sudarshan for Karun Nair, because Karun Nair has got some starts, 30s, 40s here and there, but he has not been able to deliver on the promise. So I think uh, the prayers that he did with his tweet, "Dear Cricket, give me one more chance," that has been given, and I think he this time he's the one who has come up short. So probably it's time to give the young lad a chance because he just got one match, and it can be anyone's. One match can be anyone's bad luck, and it can just go like this if you are nervous and you are just starting your Test cricket journey. So I think he deserves a chance.
For me, there were some very good positives, I think, to come out of this match for us. First of all, I think Nitish Reddy bowled a lot more overs than I expected him to bowl, and he actually looked very, very good bowling those overs. There was a lot of swing and seam movement that was happening for him, which is for me a big positive because if Nitish bowls that many overs consistently in Test matches, he is only going to get better and better. His batting
Yes.
is again a bit of a concern at this point of time, but he has shown the skill uh, to bat in Australia by getting that 100. We know in IPL he's a very gun batter, but I think that bowling that Nitish has done specifically in this Test match gives me a lot of hope for a pace bowling all rounder for India. Coming back to your point of resting players, I think it's 8 days between now and the next Test match. I don't see anybody resting in the next Test match. I don't think. I think India goes out with the same 11, if you ask me, because as you rightly said, we need to win that fourth Test match anyhow, and our best bowling lineup is Siraj, Bumrah, and Akashdeep. If India do get a chance to rest Siraj, probably it would be in the final Test match for me. I don't think it happens in Manchester. So I think bowling wise, we're going in the same way. I think these are the bowlers that we go with. Also, you made a very good point about Karun Nair not not really delivering. But again, I would say in this situation when you when the series is on the line and you need to win this fourth test match anyhow. Sai Sudarshan has just played one game. He has not played a lot of deliveries. Karun Nair actually has played enough deliveries to understand the conditions of England as far as I see it. And he got a good 40 run inning in that first inning, and it was a low scoring game this time around. So I think if I were in Shubman Gill's shoes, I don't think I would make any changes at this point of time. I'd probably give Karun Nair one more crack at it, simply because I don't feel that Sai Sudarshan has had enough time on the wicket to really come in that crucial test match. That for me gives Karun Nair another chance, and plus also he's a very very good slip fielder, which is something that we need in Manchester. Uh, so for me, Karun Nair stays. If Karun doesn't perform in the fourth test as well, and we go in the series 3-1 down, I think then there is nothing left in the series for us, and then we can make those changes. We can bring in Sai Sudarshan for the fifth test match just to give him another crack and see how he shapes up. Uh, there was a bit of a concern about Rishabh Pant's finger, but I'm just reading the
Yeah.
tweets, and Shubman Gill probably has had his press conference, and he has said that it's nothing serious. So Rishabh Pant also stays in the team. Otherwise it would have been Dhruv Jurel, and who is a very very good keeper. I think at this point of time, Rishabh is just far superior a batter, and he has scored a 50 in almost each of the last eight test matches that he has played. So this is if Rishabh is playing, I think I'm a bit
Yes.
satisfied with that. So yeah, I don't see any changes for that matter. There was an argument for Kuldeep coming in into the team, but we have seen that Washi is very very good with the bat, and now he's also picked up four wickets on that dead
Right.
surface in that third inning. So he's also now delivering with the ball, and he did the same thing when India played New Zealand in India. So I think Washington Sundar is a really good all rounder. A very underrated one is just like Jadeja in that sense. When Ashwin was there, Jadeja was really underrated as a bowler, but he did have his moments, and so is the case of Washington. So it's hard luck for Kuldeep, I guess.
Yeah, definitely Washington Sundar deserves to play all the matches in this series because he has really delivered with ball as well as bat. So I think Washi is going nowhere. And looking at the cooler temperatures that you said in Manchester, I think they would go with the same team combination. I just think probably maybe Arshdeep can get more out of the new ball there rather than it could be either Siraj or Akashdeep because they are more. Akashdeep is more of a swing kind of a bowler. He takes out more from the seam rather than the swing, but it's completely up to the team management, and probably they would also look at the fitness levels. And we all know that Siraj is a workhorse, and he would probably pull up good by in the next 7 days or so, and he would be ready to go. But still, yeah, there is an option. And yeah, I think I agree with the point that yeah, Karun Nair has got more game time. But sometimes I think Gautam
Yeah,
Gambhir and Shubman Gill may want to play that bet on Sai Sudarshan. So in that case, he can get a look in. Or if they want to completely close the door on Karun Nair and close this chapter within the English tour, they would probably just give him another chance and just close the doors on Karun Nair that you would not be picked up another time. So yeah, that are two school of thoughts that they can come at in this
yeah,
in the process of selecting the team for next
yeah,
next test
yeah,
starting from 23rd July in Manchester. Apart from this, more or less, yeah, the team combination would be same. I think from England side, probably they would want to give Josh Tongue. another chance in place of Cars, because Cars has bowled
yeah,
his heart out, and I think he may want to rest a bit. But yeah, let's see. Because I don't think uh, Ben Stokes would bowl these many overs again in this series, because he is already
yeah.
struggling with a groin problem, and this takes a hell lot of toll out of his body to bowl 44, 45 overs in a test match. I think this was the most that we have seen from Ben Stokes as a bowler, and I think he would keep his
Yeah.
other bowling options more open
Yeah.
in the remaining two test matches.
Option for England would be if they decide to go with Mark Wood in the fourth test rather than in the fifth one as well, if he's fit enough. Because if Mark Wood comes into that play picture, I mean, Jofra and Mark Wood bowling together at 150s would be something that would terrify the Indian batting order. So I think that could be something to
Yes.
look for England. But yeah, I think that's about it. And yeah, before we close, I would just want to say, I mean, what a brilliant innings it was from KL Rahul again in that first innings. I mean, the kind of 100 that you would want to see an opening batter score. And when we were doing the preview of this series, we both said that KL would only be able to justify his place as a senior batter if he gets at least 300s in this test series. He's right on track to do that. I mean, he has four more innings to bat in the remaining two matches, and I'm pretty sure that out of those four, one of them he would get 100 again. So I think KL Rahul has performed stupendously well in this series. Rishabh Pant has performed very well. Shubman, we all are talking about. Jaddu has performed very well. I'm just a bit concerned about Yashasvi because this is a thing that has happened to him in Australia as well. He scored that 100 in that first test match, and after that remaining
Yes,
four test
yes.
match, he couldn't really get any score. And this is the same thing that is repeating in this test series as well. He's gotten 100 in that first test match, and after that, in
It was one of my concerns as well, coming into this series, that Yashasvi repeat the same mistakes that he did, and I think he is again getting trapped in the leg side bowling, and they are bowling at his rib cage. So I think there is a slight technical flaw that Yashasvi has. He's more side on, so whenever he goes on to play that leg side delivery, his body opens up and he's more prone to when the ball moves from seams from leg stump towards off stump, he's more prone to give an edge behind the wicket, or he's not on top of the ball if it is a short pitch delivery. So that's what we saw Jofra Archer did with him
yeah,
in both the innings. So I think he needs to work on that flaw, and other or he can maybe change his approach, and start leaving those leg side deliveries more, so that uh, bowler need to rethink on their plans, and they are compelled to change their lines to Yashasvi Jaiswal. I think one of the either has to be done. Otherwise, he will keep getting these kind of deliveries on the leg
yeah,
side, and he will be getting caught either by keeper,
yeah,
or if the ball moves significantly, he will be caught behind in the slips. So I think that's a major issue with Yashasvi Jaiswal, and also sometimes he
yeah,
goes very
yeah,
attacking from the beginning. Okay, if the ball is in your arc, it's fine, but you can probably see off a couple of overs and take the
yeah,
conditions into account, and uh, then maybe
yeah,
improvise on how do you want to bat, at
yeah.
what pace do you want to bat. I think that is what is missing right now in Yashasvi's batting.
But yesterday that he played to get out to like that was a nothing shot, and we have seen Yashasvi when he tries to get in, get set, and dig in. He leaves a lot of deliveries, and he looks like a really good test opener at that time because he has that in his game. So it's probably just the mindset that I mean, if there is one person who you can leave this blame on for this defeat, though I don't think that should be the case because Indian team as a whole fought really well. But I think that shot from Yashasvi yesterday was really irresponsible. All the other batters got good deliveries on which they.
Yeah, definitely. And if India by chance lose another toss and England asks them to bat first in Manchester, I think he has to be spot on with his technique and the approach he wants to take in that match. Otherwise, the start that India requires in Manchester to make history there, I think without correcting Yashasvi's technical flaw, that would be really impossible. So I think he needs to work on that as soon as he can and probably take help of all the support staff, batting coaches, and even Gautam Gambhir, since he is also a lefty opener and he can really give some solid advice to Yashasvi Jaiswal in that matter. So yeah, I think apart from this, we have covered all the aspects of the match. So probably we will end this discussion here, and we are really looking forward to the fourth test match starting from 23rd July. It will be a good break for both the players as well as fans, just to let this disheartening defeat sink in for a couple of days and then move on from there on. And yeah, we will be back next week again to discuss the strategies for the upcoming test match and what could be the most potent playing 11, and what are the changes India is looking at, what are the changes England is looking at, and if there are any injury concerns from both the sides. So stay tuned to Cricket Castaway, and we'll keep bringing you all the action as soon as it happens on the English soil. This is me and Nishan signing off. Have a great night, and thank you, and have a good night. Bye bye.